Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my eyeshadow project pan update for the month of May. It was another exciting month. I did hit pan. It was also a little bit of an interesting month. My youngest did get into some of my eyeshadows, so some of these have some finger marks, but I will explain as I go through each eyeshadow what I am counting as towards progress and what I'm not. But let's just get right into it. Again, I do have one rollout, so you're gonna have to stay tuned till the end to find out what that is. But let's go ahead and start in with the eyeshadows that I rolled first into this project, or the ones that have been in the longest, and I'll work my way to what I rolled in last month. But from the ColourPop and Lizzie McGuire palette, I am panning the shades Dear Diary and Cutie. So from Dear Diary, I used this shade a total of 10 times this month, which means that I have 20 uses left. I actually got some uses out of it this month, and this is the most I think I've used it so far in 1 month. So I've got 20 uses left. I still think it's going to be a while, probably at least another 4 months or so, just because this shade is not something I use very often. But then from the shade Cutie, I did hit pan on this. Now, I went back and forth as to whether or not I was going to count it because my daughter did dig her finger in a little bit, but I did actually hit pan on it after about 14 uses. I was so close to hitting pan anyway, so I am going to count it. And actually, I'm looking at this again. I actually hit pan in 2 places, one right here, and then right next to it there's just a little tiny baby pan, which I think is more natural. But this one here, I mean, I was going to hit pan on it anyway, so when I first saw pan, what I did was I used it another couple of times just to officially say that I hit pan. But I am counting it, so I am rolling this one out. Anyway, stay tuned until the end and you'll get to see what I will be rolling in its place. From the Violet Voss Sunflower palette, I am panning the 7th shade. Now, my daughter did get into this palette, so there are some finger marks, but I'm panning the shade here. Yeah, as you can see, there are definitely some finger marks in some of the shades here. So there is some shade or some scratches on the shade that I am panning, which is this yellow shade here. I did only use it 4 times, so I do have 17 uses left until I can roll it out. So it's going to be a while. I don't plan on hitting pan on it. This is not a shade I'm super fond of. At this point, I am just using this because I want to hit my goal on it. I rolled in. I want to use it organically. So yeah, but this palette, I mean, out of all the palettes she could have destroyed, this one being the one with the most damage, I'm not mad at it because this is not one of my favorite palettes in my collection, and it was a box charm find, so it was probably about $5 out of my money. So I'm glad it's this one, not like one of my Natasha Denona ones or one of my more luxury eyeshadows. So I do need to be more careful with where I place my eyeshadows. From the Natasha Denona Mini Lila palette, I could have easily been rolling this out this month. I came so close, but I used it 16 times, which means I have 3 uses left, and I am so close to hitting pan on it. I can really see a dip here. I feel like that is possible next month. My daughter got into green paint today, and it got all over me, and so we're going to deal with that today. The joys of having children. I love it with everything that I have. I wouldn't trade it. Yes, it's messy. Yes, it's chaotic. Yes, some days you feel like you're going crazy. But at the end of the day, they are my biggest blessings, my biggest joys. They are the people that make me laugh the most. And they are just absolutely wonderful. And I wouldn't trade being a mom for anything, despite the fact that I have green fingernails due to paint. Anyway, moving on. I have 3 uses left, so this will without a doubt be getting rolled out. Last month, if I had waited a few more days to film this video, I probably could have done it, and I thought about it, but really, like, right now it's just my opportunity to film, so I'm taking the opportunity where the opportunity is here. But that's where we're at. So this will get rolled over, but I can guarantee you we will have another rollout next month, which just makes next month's eyeshadow palette roundup more exciting. From the iconic London Treat Yourself palette, I rolled this in last month. I am panning the shade Vanilla Baby. That pan is not from me. That is also from my daughter, but you can see where my brush has been hitting. I did use it 19 times. Now this shade here I have been using to set all over my eyeshadows. When I originally swatched it in my rolling last month, I thought I could use it for more as a transition shade, but it's actually more of a setting shade. So most days I have worn makeup this month, I have used this to set my eyeshadow, with the exception of a couple of days, but most days I have, and you can really see where the dip is. So this little pan here I'm not counting, but if I do happen to hit pan like up here more, I will actually count it as pan and roll it out. I think it could be a 50-50. I did not think I would hardly make a dent on this, and from what I did naturally, I have a pretty good dip going on, so maybe I'll hit pan on it, maybe I won't. I do have 29 uses left until I can roll it out, so I don't think it'll be next month, but because of how often I use this shade, I think it will be the following month. I mean, it's possible if I wear makeup 29 days in June, but I have my doubts, but it will be rolled out for sure by my July or my August update, end of July, early August update. So I do feel like that, I mean, this is just one of those shades that's just going to go by quickly because of the ease of use. Now let's see what I will be rolling in this month. So the way I do my rolling eyeshadow project pan is for each eyeshadow that I hit my goals on, I pull in another palette. From that palette, I randomly pick a number. I did hand write down all of my eyeshadow palettes and put them in here, and I did the same thing with my numbers. So, and for that eyeshadow, I will either use it 50 times or hit pan on it, whichever one comes first. So, well, let's go ahead and see which eyeshadow palette we are rolling in. The Ciate London Glow Face Palette. I think that's a smaller one. Let me go grab it. So this is the Ciate London Brazilian Glow Face Palette. I got this at a BoxyCharm, was it last year or the year before? I'm not gonna lie, this is not my favorite eyeshadow palette. So it does have a couple, it looks like a bronzer, a highlighter, and then a couple of a blush shade and like a blush topper shade plus 3 eyeshadows. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna just, anything in an eyeshadow palette gets pulled in, even if it is one of the cheek products. So I'm gonna go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whichever number I pull. 1 from 7 will be the eyeshadow that I roll in, or the cheek product. I mean, really, this project, anything, if it's an eyeshadow palette, even if it is a cheek product, it gets rolled in, and I'll just use it as a blush shade. So let's see. The first number I pick 1 to 7. 21, so that's too large. Did you see that? Yeah, 21. Okay, looks a little weird on my camera. 21. 19. Alright, let's keep skipping. 12, still too big. That's the thing with smaller palettes is you might take a few tries. 8, one number too big. Alright, keep going. 17. Alright, eventually we'll get there. 3. Alright, let's see which one that is. So 1, 2, 3. So it's this highlight shade here, which can be used as either a highlighter or an eyeshadow. That looks really close to the shade Linen from the Natasha Denona palette. The Linen's a little bit more gold. This is definitely more of a highlighter shade, but so I'll probably end up just finishing the uses on this first and then going into this one. It's getting rolled out anyway. For my iconic London Vanilla Baby, we've got the setting shade from the Violet Voss Sunflower. We've got this yellow shade here. And then finally from the ColourPop and Lizzie McGuire palette, we've got the shade Dear Diary. So very soft summer color story. You've got your setting shade, your 2 gold shades, and then your brighter colors down here, which this actually makes a really pretty color story. Again, these shades are a little bit similar, but once I roll this out, I'll probably work heavily on this one, but I mean, this is even a highlighter shade. So we'll see what happens. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. I do videos focusing on beauty and lifestyle, and my goal on this platform is to share my love for beauty as well as my love for Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. If that's what you're into, hit that subscribe button, and if not, but you still want to stick around, I'd love to have you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.